Hello everyone, this is Bella Bablumian, the founder of the Body Wellness Institute. And today I wanted to invite you to reflect on what makes a difference between a good day and a bad day. And this is a really, it's kind of a trick question, right? Because some of us might say, on some days things just flow smoothly and everything goes well. And on some days, nothing goes well and everything, for example, yesterday, my smoothie maker that I just recently had purchased broke down. The water that I ordered didn't arrive on time. I tried to change my tickets on the airline and I was, directed to their website and it might take 3 months to do it. So nothing was really working in a way that I wanted it to work. On the contrary, today things are flowing smoothly and, I feel well and, the right people call me at the right times and I was able to resolve all of my, to-do lists within an hour, right? Whereas yesterday that was taking me the entire day. So what makes that difference? It's actually something very, tangible and controllable. If you only make a shift in your mindset about, are things happening to me or for me? Nothing happens just because. Everything that happens around you happens for you to learn some kind of a lesson, for you to take advantage of something, for you to really see something in a different way. Once you make that shift, you really lose that mentality of victimhood and you see everything as an opportunity. Even in the most difficult situations, you look at a, broken equipment or someone that's not answering your phone call properly, not, helping you as an opportunity to look within and say, wait, maybe I am doing something wrong. Maybe I'm emitting the wrong vibrations. Maybe I can shift something to make a change. And I almost see it as a filter. So if we wake up one day feeling shitty, we immediately put on this, the gray glasses and everything is filtered through those glasses. So no matter how bright the day is, no matter how nice people are, we're going to continue seeing things through that lens. And we're also going to, if you believe in, in the power of frequencies and vibrations, you're going to attract the situations and people that will give you difficult circumstances to deal with. Whereas if you're put on the, feel good lenses, then it's really easy to attract only the positive. And that's something that we have full control over. It's not something mental. This is also like the second part, right? It's not something that we just decide in our mind to feel better or not feel better. Yes, some people have that willpower to do, but I really believe that it's about some of the chemicals we have inside of us and the frequencies, and the way we control it is, again, I use the sensefulness method. By connecting to our body, we're able to actually drop into the very, frequencies and the chemicals that transform our behaviors, that are behind the way that we feel. And then we can influence them in a very direct way. So one of the simplest things we can do is, if we wake up not feeling that well, is by simply laying still in your bed. I normally like putting, one of my hands on my lower belly and one of my hands either on my chest area or a little higher, and just really feel yourself breathe and connect to that inflow of air and the outflow of air and the movement of your body, the cyclical, your heartbeat and the movement of your belly. And slowly you will get into the vibration. You will start seeing where the negative emotions are, where the stress is, what is hurting. And once you get into that practice on a daily basis, you will start identifying what doesn't feel right and what that doesn't feel right feels like, or what are the sensations. You don't immediately have to label it, but you have to embrace those sensations to really allow them to lead you to the right solution. So, for example, in my case, yesterday, one of the reasons that was contributing to my frustration with everything, with everyone, was because in my body I had accumulated a lot of energy, of anxiety, of frustration that I was not able to express. So on a very chemical level, I had a lot of adrenaline, cortisol that was floating around my blood, and I couldn't, that was becoming my filter in creating a negative day and in creating a suboptimal day. So I decided to make a choice to go for a run, yoga and strength training, and I ended up spending 40 minutes of my day doing that. I didn't have time for that yesterday because I had all these different things, aligned, meetings and things like that. But I ended up doing that because I realized that because of my decision not to do that, everything was becoming delayed. Everything was turning into a negative. Nothing was working out in a way that I wanted. And guess what? Immediately after doing this activity of expressing my anger, expressing my frustration, things completely shifted for me. My day changed from, it was like a night to day. And today I'm feeling like a completely different person. Yesterday, you should have seen me. I was supposed to make this video yesterday and I felt like a mess. I felt like I was extremely unattractive. I was really low on energy. I was like, the words were not flowing out of me. So I could not make that video for the life of me. So I really suggest that you first connect to your body, take a couple of deep breaths, and then engage in an activity that's really aligned with what you're feeling. And you're gonna know what that activity is according to what you feel. One of the things that I applied within my run was also a combination of techniques that I use from positive psychology, from NLP. So what I did was, as I was running from point A to point B, I was really feeling the negative emotions. I was actually listening to some really, depressing songs. I was putting all of that negative energy out there to really embrace it. The heartbreak, the anger, the frustration, it was all reflected in the lyrics of those songs. I was listening to it and feeling it. And as I got to the end of the beach, that point B, I allowed all of that energy to come out and I threw it onto that rock. So it's like this visualization that I had, and I left it there to sink, and I didn't want to take it back with me. So as I turned around, I made that big move to say, I'm leaving all of that negativity behind. And then I ran back, and on the way back from point B to point A, I started visualizing a completely different set of energies. So I started paying attention to the sunlight penetrating me, to the oxygen, really replenishing my energy, to the sand and the ground really, grounding me and giving me that earth energy to clear all of negative emotions as well. And I started listening to really uplifting songs, some energized songs. So all of those things, this is part of the sensefulness method. You really connect your sensations, the external sensations of the sunlight and the sounds and the visuals. All of those things help you create the experiences that you want and get rid of the experiences that you don't want. So in this case, I just gave you 3 tools that you can use. 1 being connecting to your body, 2 deep breathing, and 3 doing some kind of a physical activity where you really feel your emotions, sensations, stress, get it out, and then really replenish yourself with whatever you want for the rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Coming up next, we have big announcements for 2022. Stay tuned.